Hello students, welcome to the class. In our last video, we have completed with the three methods for concentrating the ore. We left with the last method. We'll try to complete that now. It is a concentration of ore by a chemical method. It is leaching. Leaching is a chemical method of concentration of ore. It is the only chemical method what we are having in the unit to discuss. It is a chemical method of concentration of ore. Now, in the process, how the selection is done, so regarding the concentration of the respective ore with a suitable chemical, we'll try to understand. Now, in the process of leaching, we are going to use a chemical substance with some satisfying conditions, and that selected chemical substance is called as leaching agent. It is known as leaching agent. And what is that satisfiable conditions from the chemical substance to act as a leaching agent? We'll try to observe. Now, the selected chemical substance as a leaching agent, as a solvent, it should dissolve the ore particles that means it is going to solubilizes the ore particles into it by chemically reacting. The leaching agent will dissolve the ore particle into it, whereas the gangue particles remains insoluble. Gangue particles remains insoluble, whereas the ore particles are selectively going to dissolve in the solvent, so which acts as a leaching agent. So this is the conditions to satisfy by the leaching agent for a particular ore. The selected leaching agent should chemically react with the ore particles and should dissolve the ore particles into it, whereas the gangue particles should remain insoluble in it. Whatever the dissolved component will generally form a coordination complex ion. In chemical method of leaching, the leaching agent will form a complex ion, so with a reaction with ore particles. So about the complex ion as coordination compounds, we'll try to learn in detail with coordination compounds unit of inorganic chemistry. With the basic information what it is required, we'll learn with the method with example. Now for this, we have two important examples to understand the method. So one is leaching of alumina, that is a bauxite ore, by using concentrated sodium hydroxide solution as a leaching agent. And the second, we have leaching of gold and silver. Both are leached by the same chemical leaching agent and by the same method. So it is cyanide process, it is called as, by using cyanide containing solvent, so as a chemical leaching agent, gold and silver is leached. So we'll try to understand both these examples, which are very important questions in the unit. So leaching of alumina is a direct 3-mark question. Very few concepts in the unit are having direct 3-mark weightage. So one such concept is, so it is leaching of alumina. And leaching of gold and silver is a very important 2-mark question. So we'll focus both, so which are very, very important as for the concentration topic is considered. Now we'll try to learn with the first leaching process. Okay, we'll learn with the first example. So leaching of alumina or bauxite ore. Before going to that, we'll try to learn what is the leaching agent used and what are the major impurities associated with the ore, and we'll observe the simple flow chart for the leaching process, and with supportive chemical equation we'll try to learn. So always the leaching process and all, when you are explaining, it should be with the help of a balanced chemical equations. So try to practice and give importance to remember the balanced chemical equation. We'll focus in the class how to remember that. Now the leaching agent used in the process, it is concentrated NaOH solution. It is aqueous solution of NaOH as a concentrated solution, so used as leaching agent, which dissolves selectively the alumina into it, and the gangue particles remain insoluble in it. And if we observe the gangue particles associated with the ore, the major impurities, the gangue particles associated with the alumina or bauxite ore is that it is silica, SiO2, iron oxide, and titanium oxide. These are the major impurities associated with the leaching of alumina. It is SiO2, silica, iron oxide, and titanium oxide. The conditions, if we observe, the temperature needed during the treatment of leaching agent with the ore is that 473 Kelvin to 523 Kelvin. Under this temperature condition, if you treat the leaching agent with the ore solubilizes in the leaching agent by reacting to form a complex ion. We'll try to observe that. So what exactly, how it happens. Then the condition of pressure, a suitable pressure requirement, nearly 35 to 36 bar pressure. That is, from atmospheric pressure, 35 to 36 times higher pressure is required to make the respective leaching of the ore alumina. Now these are the conditions with the information of leaching agent as well as the gangue particles associated with the ore. So anything can be asked as 1 mark important question. Try to concentrate. Leaching agent used, the gangue associated with it, anyone. So major will be iron oxide. Then the temperature requirement, pressure requirement for the process. Now by understanding this, now we'll try to learn the process in simple flowchart. The leaching process, how exactly it happens, we'll try to learn. So first, the alumina will be taken, and alumina under these conditions, the given temperature and pressure, so it is first treated with concentrated NaOH. Upon treating with concentrated NaOH, alumina dissolves in it and will form a complex, so it is known as sodium aluminate. So try to give importance to remember both names and the complete formula in understanding the flowchart. Then balancing the equation will be more easier if the concept of this is very clear. So it is sodium aluminate, which is given as Na as a counter ion, aluminium hydroxide AlOH 4 times within the square bracket. Whatever it is written in the square bracket is called as a complex ion, which will not dissociate in solution, whereas the counter ion written outside the square bracket will dissociate into simple ions in the solution. Now hence, whatever the complete ion remains as a complex ion is placed in square bracket. Now in the second step, what exactly happens here is that, so with the treatment, NaOH will make the alumina reaction to form sodium aluminate, whereas the gangue particles will not react and will be removed in filtration process. Now the filtrate is taken, the filtrate contains sodium aluminate, so which is passed with carbon dioxide gas. filtrate is passed through carbon dioxide gas. Upon passing, so our alumina will be obtained back, and the sodium associated with the complex ion will be obtained as sodium bicarbonate. It is NaHCO2. So this will be our second step, where sodium aluminate upon passing with carbon dioxide gas will be obtained as hydrated alumina with sodium bicarbonate as a precipitate. And in the last step, that is the third step, you are heating the contents after removing the precipitate sodium bicarbonate. So alumina is associated with water. It is Al2O3xH2. That X moles of H2O associated as hydrated form will be completely removed upon heating to a temperature nearly 1473 Kelvin. So if you mention the heating symbol, it is sufficient. So by removing water molecules, alumina will be obtained in the pure form, that is Al2O3, anhydrous form of alumina. So thereby concentration is achieved. Now this is how exactly the concentration by leaching is done. So you can understand the process, make use of these flowchart information to write it as explanation points. So alumina is leached with concentrated NaOH to obtain as sodium aluminate, which upon passing with carbon dioxide will be obtained as hydrated alumina with sodium bicarbonate. So which upon further heating will be obtained as pure alumina. Now these are the key steps in the process of leaching, how exactly it takes place. Now we'll try to learn with the chemical equations to support for the understanding. Now it is alumina, step 1. So generally they will ask, write the balanced equations only or explain the process of leaching. If only balanced equations are asked, you can write only this part. If the question is explain, then use this in a simple sentence to support for the chemical equation. Now in the step 1, what happens? We are taking the alumina bauxite ore Al2O3xH2O, and we are treating that with NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So generally this will be in aqueous medium, hence water you can write along with that as reactant. So products I will write here. So due to lack of space, just observe and you write it very clearly. So in the notes it will be clearly mentioned. Now balancing part you can do it later. First write the correct reactants and products in the conversion. Once alumina is treated with NaOH, what happens? NaOH forms a complex with alumina as sodium aluminate. It is NaAlOH 4 times. So complex ion coordination compound formula, you try to remember, it is NaAlOH 4 times. Actually sodium will be a counter ion, Na plus will be charged for this. AlOH on the complex ion -1 will be charged. Now aluminium will be with +3 oxidation state. So hydroxide ion charge will be -1. So as a ligand to calculate the coordination number and its oxidation state. So that and all you are learning in coordination compounds in detail. So aluminium will be with +3 state, it is present in the complex now. Now leaving that, so you just concentrate on its balancing part now. So in alumina it is 2 aluminium is there. Hence on the product side you balance the aluminium by writing 2 moles of sodium aluminate. So that aluminium is balanced. With the required number of moles you balance NaOH now. It is 2 moles of Ne, it's 2 moles of NaOH. Now the remaining part, it's balanced part. So this X moles of H2O, no need to concentrate that. So just you take it as an hydrated form. Now thereby the equation is a balanced equation for the step 1. So it is alumina upon treatment with NaOH. So will be obtained as hydrated alumina. That is sodium aluminate as a complex ion. You leave this XH2O for the balancing part. Remaining oxygens and all you try to take from this as well as from this now. If you observe, so 3 oxygen is with alumina. Here it is 2, it is 5 total. Now here on the product side, it is 4 into 2, 8 oxygens on product. Now to make it as 8, so on the reactant, the balancing part we can add with water, that is required number of moles of water. It is 3 here, 2 here, 5, remaining 3 it is from water. Don't take oxygen of H2O of hydrated alumina to count. So leave that. So concentrate with respect to ore, oxygen, sodium hydroxide, and from the water added in the aqueous medium. Now this is a balanced equation now for the step 1. Hope the step 1 is clear. Now we'll try to learn with step 2. Now the complex which is formed by reacting with the leaching agent is a soluble portion. So it is filtered. Now the filtrate is the complex ion. So this filtrate is passed with carbon dioxide gas now. Now if we take, it is NaAlOH 4 times. It is passed with carbon dioxide gas. So upon passing with carbon dioxide gas, so the complex ion will be obtained as alumina back. It is Al2O3 XH2. Now to make it as 2 aluminium, so the required number of moles of the complex, it is 2 NaLOH 4 times. And sodium present in the complex gets precipitated as sodium bicarbonate, it is NaHCO3. Sodium bicarbonate. So 2 sodium, you can consider 2 NaCO3. So 2 carbon, so hence it is 2 carbon dioxide on reactant side. Now that is the balanced chemical equation. To write the correct reactant and product, then balancing part you can easily concentrate with elements. The last step now. Now whatever the hydrated alumina, if it is heated generally to a temperature of 1473 Kelvin, so water gets evaporated, leaving the alumina in its pure form. It is Al2O3 plus XH2O, it is water molecules gets evaporated from it. So this is how leaching of alumina takes place. So upon treatment with leaching agent gets complexed as sodium aluminate. Upon passing with carbon dioxide, so will be obtained as alumina back, but in hydrated form. To remove the water molecule, it is further heated. Upon heating, so it is giving alumina in its pure form. So this is how leaching of alumina is done. So concentrate, conditions you remember, all are important 1 mark questions here. Then practice the process simple flowchart supported with equation. Equation supported with explanation may be a direct 3 mark question, or they may ask write only the equations involved in leaching of alumina. If you remember this, then only you can write the balanced equations clearly. Hope the information is clear now. So we'll move with the second leaching. It is leaching of gold and silver. So both are done by the same method. We'll try to observe. The last example for leaching. It is leaching of gold or silver. Both are done by the same method. So again, it is very important. Both oxidation reduction method of extraction of metal. So this will be the example again. So now we'll try to understand what is the leaching agent used. Cyanide containing strong electrolytes, NaCN or KCN, will be used as leaching agent. So cyanide ions are involved in complex ion formation with gold or silver in the process of leaching. So this process is also called as cyanide process. This method of leaching is also called as cyanide process because of usage of cyanide ion containing electrolytes as a leaching agent. So in making complex ion for concentrating gold or silver. Now in the general equation, we'll try to take M as metal. So it may be silver or gold. Now what happens in the process if we observe? It is the step 1. The ore, that is the gold or silver, is treated with cyanide ion containing solution, that is aqueous solution of cyanide in presence of oxygen. The gold or silver ore is treated with aqueous cyanide ion containing solution in presence of oxygen. So here the oxidation takes place. So the metal present here gets oxidized to metal ion, that is gold or silver or gold will loses its ion and will become M plus, that is Ag plus or Au plus ions by undergoing oxidation. So this is the first step. So by undergoing oxidation, so they combine with cyanide ion to form metal cyanide complex. You can remember the complex ion MCN 4 times, it is minus. Now this is the complex ion which is formed. It is metal cyanide. It is not 4, it is 2. We'll try to observe that how it is exactly. So to remember this, you can concentrate the oxidation state of gold or silver. It will be M plus. Now cyanide ion as a leaching agent or a ligand, its charge is -1. Now if you concentrate here, metal X plus 2 into -1 is equal to -1. So X will be equal to -2 on right hand side will become +2 -1. X will be equal to +1. To get the metal charge for the oxidation of metal as Ag plus or Au plus, there should be only 2 cyanide ions. Why 2 here? So you can remember the significance to get it as +1, which will be the oxidation state of gold or silver. So this is additional information to remember the formula. It's up to you how you are practicing it. So I am telling based on the coordination concepts how it has to be practiced. So once the coordination compounds are completed, so you can recall this and you can relate again. So just to remember now, 2 cyanides, why? So it is with the answer to get X as +1, that is gold or silver to get it as +1. So this is what the step 1 is. Now we'll try to consider the balanced equation for this. What happens once the gold or silver, the metal, if you treat with cyanide ion containing aqueous solution in presence of oxygen. Try to understand before balancing. Writing the correct reactants and products is more important in learning an equation. Now the metal, that is gold or silver ore, we are treating with aqueous cyanide solution, that is in presence of cyanide as a leaching agent in aqueous medium water, in presence of oxygen, that is oxidation condition O2. You are going to get a metal cyanide complex. It is MCN twice with a charge of minus. Now it's exactly the oxidation reduction method, half cell method and all if you use, and if you balance the equation, it will be more appropriate to write the correct form. Now to remember in a simple way, we'll try to consider. So you take 4 moles of the metal, double the number of moles, 8 CN, and you check on the product side, it is 4 MCN twice, 4 into 2, 8. So it is 4 moles of metal will combine with 8 moles of cyanide. Now the remaining you try to consider with balancing part. So that is how many moles of metal gets oxidized. It is 4 moles of metal. The charge of metal will be +1. Hence it is 4 electrons gets lost in the oxidation. So you can consider with the respective process. So 4 OH minus ions are required here. So here already 2 oxygen is there. Remaining 2 oxygen you can consider 2 here. So it will be 4 OH minus. Now the electrons from this and this, if you compare, it will be balanced now. So hence it is a complete balanced equation. So I am giving a simple method to remember. So exactly you need to go in Hofstadter method to practice how exactly it is done. So practice the formula, remember the formula, then 4 moles with 8 moles of cyanide with 2 moles of water and oxygen. The reactants are clear, then balancing part will not have any mistake. So this is how step 1 is done. Now all the gold or silver is present with the leaching agent in a complex as metal cyanide complex. So this will be step 1. Now if we observe the step 2. In step 2, zinc will be used. Zinc acts as a displacement metal. So zinc, by acting as a displacement metal, so from the metal cyanide complex, metal gets reduced and zinc undergoes oxidation there. So metal ion gets reduced to metal, that is gold or silver, and zinc ion will replaces that. And if we observe the equation, so it is metal cyanide complex. If it is treated with zinc, now again you can recall this simple formula like calculation. Gold or silver is with +1. Zinc oxidation state is +2. Hence it requires for the replacement. So it is ZnCN 4 times -2. Now if you concentrate X here, X plus 4 into -1 is equal to -2. X will be coming as +2. So zinc to get +2 state. So the required cyanide ions are 4. Hence to get 4 cyanide, the complex needed is 2 moles. 2 moles of metal cyanide complex, that is gold or silver metal cyanide complex, will undergo displacement with 1 mole of zinc to produce the respective complex, along with metal gets reduced. Whatever the gold or silver present as a metal ion, Ag plus or Au plus in the complex, now it is undergoing reduction to give the metal. An alternate way to remember step 2 is that, so you consider metal cyanide formula, you remember, and write zinc. Zinc upon oxidation loses 2 electrons. Hence, metal to reduce, you require 2 metal ions. 2 metal ions will be reduced by using 1 zinc in the process of loss and gain of electron. So both are oxidation reduction methods. If your redox equation concepts are more clear, then you can easily understand the equation. So this is how the metal gets reduced. Now metal will be gold or silver. So observe. So give significance of this once the coordination concepts are done. So if you feel that more comfortable to understand this oxidation number calculation to write the complex formula. With this, we completed with the chemical method of concentration of ore also. Next, in the continuation class, so we'll try to proceed with the second step in metallurgical process.